problem with comedy, I soak up.
What did the, how did you get the, how does the sponsor see the real value in that production, David?
Sorry?
How does a sponsor see the real value in that property?
What is it, what's the project for?
Yeah. Or how do they see it as being valuable? Because I'm really excited by the idea of this sort of branded entertainment. I mean, from our point of view, because we're so wrapped up in the conventional TV world and all its problems, which I can elaborate on, but you know, they're mainly you know, a whole orientation towards a set of legal issues that are almost crippling for doing this kind of interactive work. So I see that as being very exciting, the idea of just doing branded entertainment that is not connected to the unions or the regulatory system for television, where you just go off and do something exciting. But how do you convince a sponsor that that's a valuable proposition for them?
The insight came because you all saw the car. Does anyone know what car it was? Well, that's intent. It's not about selling cars. It's Ford. It's not about selling cars.
If it was done in North America, whether we
Big logo,
zoomed in on the logo, certainly.
What we try to achieve is an engagement with the brand, because every company is changing as the audience takes over. I'm talking to them, I'm talking to you. As the internet has taken over the channels of communication, no brand is in control of itself, whether it's a broadcast or it's a product. The audience dominates. So if you're going to have a hope in hell's chance of having business with consumers and to fall into that prosumer type thinking, you've got to provide a service of communication. So rather than producing media like broadcast, which is always one way, I mean, you're introducing dialogue through umpteen different channels, and that's what we hope to do. And we're not defining those as well. However you want to communicate to the Joneses, go and meet them in real life, participate in the video itself. You know, you go to YouTube, record something, come around to my restaurant, I'm quite silly, they go around to your restaurant, and you get into character. And it's that blurriness you were talking about between reality and fiction. And it's kind of in the characters as well, that's how they're designed. He's an obsessive list maker, she's a fantasist. So bring those things together which help construct the brand. We're trying to make it more and more forward. The actual concept forward and design is where the sperm donor came from. So there's very embodied messaging going on, but we're not there to sell a car. So because we're not selling a car, it's not technically an advert. And because we're not doing this purely for entertainment as a commission, it's not media content. That's my question, what is content? Because we're using a method of producing media for something else, and we're exploring it, we don't know where it goes. So this ties on nicely what you're asking about, who regulates this? Because the consumers, traditionally go to a regulatory board and say, is this true? Well, actually, the audience is writing it, and then we sit on top of that, and we edit the scripts every day, refine it, and you turn it into comedy gold.
And what's the user content actually going to look like? Like, what form will it take?
The wiki system is used by Wikidot, Poland's only Web 2 service. And it's fantastic. You can embed YouTube, in fact, you can embed any video system into it. You can record it, upload it into there. You upload it elsewhere, you embed it into the site. You text, images, you put your stuff on Flickr, say, come here, this is a great environment. Or, I wrote this idea down, do you want to use it? They might write back through the forums and say, good, but can we do it in 2 weeks' time when we're there?
Is the audience writing in character? Or are they saying, I think they should, my opinion is that the Joneses should next go to Liechtenstein? Or
this notion of authenticity, if you went on there...
Are they role-playing? Is the audience role-playing or giving suggestions for a drama that's being co-created?
When you participate in interactive media, you're always going to be an actor.
Right.
And it's how we design software. System design methodologists like UML, Unified Modeling Language, we use for designing Java applications. We refer to the user as an actor. It's so deeply embedded in software, most people don't realize, because you're living through various roles. At the moment we're living through a role of talking through this, we go to the bar later and act drunkenly. We have different roles depending on our context. So this notion of identity, which the internet is really upsetting with people, you don't have a fixed identity. And it's more about the nurturing of identity, of the influences around you. So yes, you're always in character, but that character's changing. And that's why they can participate any way they want.